Hello all of you, welcome to the 9th day of the challenge, and today we are revising departmental accounts. Yes, one of the very scoring topic, and generally in question number 4 or 5, departmental accounts and branch account in combination are asked for 10 marks, right? So very small but very small scoring topic this is. Let us begin, and thank you for all your messages that you all have accepted the challenge of writing 5 things for which you are grateful. Yes. So your experience was good. Do continue that for 21 days and just see the shift in your, the things will not affect you, what is going on around you, right? Okay. So let us begin right now with departmental accounts. Okay. Now, departmental accounts, when we are doing the help we should take is from the overhead chapter. Somewhere service costing, apportionment, reapportionment. Have we studied a table how to allocate or how to apportion the common cost to all the departments? That's what we use here. It's there in the costing. We use this here also. And another form where departmental account is looking very similar is branch and department. The concepts are overlapping. So very important now is when we are sending the goods from one branch to another, or when we are sending the goods from one department to another, the first thing in this chapter we should know is framing the equation. Framing the equation. My cost is 100%. If I am sending to you, or I am invoicing you the goods at 20% loading or profit or markup on cost, 100, 20, 120 is the invoice price. If I am sending you the goods at 20% loading on the invoice price, let invoice price be 100. Let the cost, say the profit be 20 and cost be 80. So कब 100, 20, 120 करना है, कब 80, 20, 100 करना है. That making of the equation should be very clear to all of you. Yes or no? If the equation goes wrong, the whole problem of these branch and departmental account goes wrong, right? So let us begin very quickly. Yes. We will take up the markup account later. First, the basic method and some nice problems. And I may forget later one problem which is like repeatedly asked here, I to J, J to K, you know. One department is sending to another, another is sending to third, and then in your stock, my profit is included. That in detail I have explained in a separate video. I will put up the link below this. Do watch that. Right. See, look at the screen. In departmental accounts, it's very much necessary to check. See, if the profit is 20% on cost, let cost be 100, profit be 20, and sales be 120. If profit is 20% on sales, okay, then cost will be 80, profit is 20, and sales is 100. If profit is 25% on sales, okay, then department X has transferred the goods to department Y with invoice price 1 lakh. We have transferred you goods of 1 lakh. Out of which stock 20% line. X has transferred the goods to Y 1 lakh. इसमें 20% Y के पास पड़ा है. Y in 20,000 your stock, my profit is there. Ultimately, we are preparing departmental accounts. It's like common P&L account of company we know. We are preparing departmental accounts to know which department is doing efficiently and which is not doing. I know. So, we are getting the departmental profit, but ultimately all the departments are, you can have stock department, purchase department, HR department, accounts department. Ultimately, all the departments are the part of the main business only, right? In that case, these departments, if they are sending the goods to other department with interdepartmental profit or loading or markup, should we reverse or not? My stock is lying, X department stock is lying with Y department at profit. Ultimately, all our closing stock should be at cost. Yes or no? So now, if department X has transferred the goods to department Y 1 lakh, out of which 20% stock is lying in department Y. Now calculate the stock reserve. आपको पूछा है तो हमने 1 lakh के goods भेजे, 20% are lying 20,000. How much is the stock reserve in this? Equation क्या है? That profit is 25% on sales. Cost plus profit is sales. If the percentage is 25% on sales, let sales be 100. If the percentage is 25% on cost, let the cost be 100. ये जो मैं आपको इक्वेशन बनाना सिखा रही हूँ, ये ब्रांच डिपार्टमेंट हर जगह यूज होगा आपके लिए. So now here cost plus profit is sales. If so, here they say 25% on sales is the profit. Let the cost be how much? 100. Correct है आप सबके लिए. Now the cost is 100, profit is 25, sales is 125. Now my 20,000 goods are lying with you at 100 invoice price. In that 25% is the profit. कर लो. 20,000 into 25 divided by 100. कितना आ रहा है? 5,000. Are you all getting? Take this problem in your notebook. Pause the video. So many times students do everything correct. Stock reserve ही नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो stock reserve तो clear ही है. If my goods are lying with you with a profit of 25 at selling price 100, then in that case, how we are going to do? 1 second now. One. No problem, you can join in. Just all links we are checking. Just started with the departmental accounts basics. 1 second. Yes. Tell me, is this clear to all of you? 1 minute. हाँ, ये कौन सा file खुल गया? Yeah, here we go. So if the profit is 25% on cost, let cost be 100. This time profit is 25% on sales, let sales be 100. So equation frame करना आ गया. Now my stock is lying with other department at 20,000 with loading. So 20,000 into 25 divided by 100. Are you all getting? It's straight 25%. We are taking 5,000 because the loading is 25% on sales. If it is on cost, take accordingly. ठीक है? One more we can do like this for practice because this is the part where students go wrong. If transfer from department Q, P to Q is 50% on cost, what would be equation? This time it is 50% cost पे है तो cost को 100 लो, sales पे है तो sales को. Let cost be 100, profit be 50, invoice price or transfer price be 150. I'll not explain this concept in branch accounting again. Now total transfers of department Q at invoice price. Out of that 27% stock lying with department Q. Okay? तो P ने Q को goods भेजे 1 lakh के, उसमें अभी भी 27,000 पड़े हैं. My goods are lying with you at 27,000 and I have sent you at 150. In 150, 50. In this invoice price, stock reserve or loading is 50. So in 27,000, kitna? 27,000 into 50 divided by 150, 9,000. Clear? So like this, one thing in the departmental account is clear or not, that why do we talk about these stock reserves? I have sent my stock to another stock department at profit or markup at loading. At the end, if my stock is lying with another department, ultimately all the departments are the part of the same company And we can't have profit which is not realized. This is unrealized profit. My stock is lying with me or with you. It should be at stock for the company. So at company level, whatever interdepartmental stocks are there, they have to be reverse the stock reserve and bring it at cost. So 27,000 जो closing stock है, 27,000. उसमें stock reserve कितना है? 9,000. Now what is the closing stock at cost? If you ask me, what is the closing stock at cost? 18,000. Nice. All clear to all of you? Now, please remember there are expenses which will be given to you in the exam where they will say कि जो भी आपके expenses हैं apportion करना है सब department को. So whatever expenses are related to sales can be apportioned like this: traveling expense, selling expense, discount, freight, all, outward, provision for discount on debtors, salesman salary, traveling expense of the salesman. These are all related to the sales. Now, fixed expenses like rent and all. So rent is related to the floor or space. Whoever is using that much floor will bear the rent. AC heating expenses as per the floor area. Lighting expenses. My electricity bill is 500. In this room, one AC, one fan and one light. Next room, only one light. So if the two rooms electricity bill is 500, 1:3 ratio, we will bear. You are getting what is light points. This is all discussed in the overhead chapter. Insurance on stock. How do you take that insurance on the stock? Insurance if you have paid on stock. What is the value of the stock with each department? According to that, they will bear the insurance. Insurance of building. Every department will bear part of building insurance according to area they are using. Insurance of plant and machinery according to the value of the plant and machinery. Group insurance is paid for all the employees. So according to direct wages or according to number of workers working. If 10 workers are working in A department and 6 in B, then 10:6 ratio, they can absorb the insurance expenses. Next is power. Power expenses in the ratio of the horsepower and all. Next is depreciation and repairs. This will be a portion between all the departments according to value of asset with each department. Canteen and labor expenses are related to employees. So number of employees. How many employees are there in each department? According to that, we will apportion. Workman's salary. Time spent in each department. Sometimes we have common staff, like we have supervisor and manager. So his salary will be apportioned on the time spent basis. I'm telling you some chapters, I explain the concept only for 1 hour and 15-20 minutes, I check problem. Today's class, 15 minutes, the concept will be over. Rest half an hour, whatever is required should be for checking the questions, because departmental account is a chapter जहाँ स्टडी मटेरियल के वही प्रॉब्लम रिपीट आते हैं, वही कमीशन की मिस्टेक, I to J, J to K, 2-3 ही varieties है which are repeatedly asked. Carriage inward is always related to purchase and the ratio of purchase. Carriage outward is related to the sales and the ratio of the sales. So this is how you will apportion the departmental expenses. Right. So what exactly you have to do in exam? Prepare a columnar form trading and P&L account and apportion all the expenses. Okay? On some basis. So you will get departmental profit. Now if there are interdepartmental transfers and some stock in the interdepartmental transfers, okay? Then in that case, that stock reserve or the loading will be reversed in the common P&L account. Like look at this problem. I'm not taking up the whole problem in detail, but look at it. Trading P&L account हमने बनाया, department 1, 2, 3 are there, right? Okay. Now we have apportioned all the expenses like selling expenses and sales ratio, depreciation in the value of machinery, administrative expenses they have given the ratio, interest on capital कितना कौन सा capital कहाँ use हो रहा है, in that ratio we will apportion, है ना? Right? So like this we have now department 1 is transferring to 2, 2 is transferring to 3, like that. If they have, then stock reserve entries you have to check out. Here only transfers are there in department 3. Department 3 को ही transfer आ रहा है सिर्फ department 1 से. So department 3's closing stock will have the loading. Okay? Right. So nothing much to explain. What you are actually required to do in departmental account choice में आए तो जरूर करो. This is my suggestion. Because very easy level of problems are there. Just prepare departmental account, apportion expenses and put. Apportion के basis के लिए pre-post incorporation पढ़ाया, overhead पढ़ाया आपको, और stock reserve I have told you now. Stock reserve will be reversed in your general P&L account also. ठीक है? Right. Sure. Next now. Yeah, this is a very common problem and repeatedly 110% chances of getting, because already 5-6 बार पूछ चुके हैं, that departmental profits are wrong, and on the wrong profit you have given wrong commission to manager. Why departmental profits are wrong? आप stock reserve, closing stock reserve minus होता है ना? Your closing stock is 150, in which 50 is the stock reserve or loading. You have to bring your closing stock at 100. Right or not? हाँ? तो ये आपको एडजस्ट करना है. ठीक है? चलो. Bright and Co. This problem is there in the institute study material also. If you want, I will again explain second time from there. Abhi I am explaining from my material. A department is sending to B, A is sending to D. C is sending to D, C is sending to B. All are above cost. If I am sending 10% above cost, what will be the equation? बोलो आप. 110, 110. समझ में आ रहा है? Right. Now, for the year ended March, firm has already prepared and closed the accounts. Subsequently, it discovered closing stock had interdepartmental transfers at loaded price. मतलब क्लोजिंग स्टॉक में जो प्रॉफिट और मार्कअप और लोडिंग ऐड है उसको निकालना चाहिए ना, स्टॉक रिजर्व. आई एक्सप्लेन यू व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड द क्लास, दैट यू मिस्ड. सो इनफैक्ट योर प्रॉफिट्स आर इन्फ्लेटेड, और इन्फ्लेटेड प्रॉफिट पे एज अ परसेंटेज यू हैव पेड द कमीशन. हाउ मच इज कमीशन पेड? इट इज 10% ऑफ द प्रॉफिट सब्जेक्ट टू मिनिमम 6,000. जैसे अगर आपका प्रॉफिट 50,000 आ रहा है तो कमीशन कितना होगा? 5,000. 10%. तो मिनिमम 6,000 तो मिलना चाहिए ना कमीशन, बिकॉज मैनेजर इज डूइंग हिज वर्क. यू कैन से टू मैनेजर, देखो प्रॉफिट कम है तो कम देंगे, प्रॉफिट ज्यादा है तो यू कैन नॉट डू दैट. राइट और नॉट? चलो. सो नाउ दिस हाउ विल यू सॉल्व इन द एग्जाम. डिपार्टमेंट A, B, C, D 4 कॉलम बनाओ, पर्टिकुलर्स. Your final profit, here it is loss, here it is profit, here it is profit, and here it is profit. आ गया? Right? चलो. Now, add wrong commission. If it is a loss, definitely you have paid 6,000 commission. You remember business head, managerial remuneration, even in case of loss, you pay 1,50,000. So, wrong commission. अगर आपका कमीशन रॉन्ग है तो एटलीस्ट यू हैव टू ऐड बैक द कमीशन. एंड इवन इफ यू आर इन लॉस यू हैव पेड 6,000. इफ योर प्रॉफिट इज 50,400 फाइनल प्रॉफिट आफ्टर कमीशन, है ना? तो 50,400 अगर आफ्टर कमीशन है, 100 में अगर आपका कमीशन 10 है तो प्रॉफिट विल बी 90. I hope you are getting. 100 में if you are paying 10% commission, after commission the profit is 90. So 50,400 into 100 divided by 90. कितना आता है? 56,000. 56,000 is the profit before commission. Solve it with me. You all have already solved it in regular class. So you have the problem in your notebook, and this is there in institute study material also. अब 56,000 का 10% commission कितना आ रहा है? 5,600. So definitely you must have paid 6,000. Is this clear or not? Chalo, next is, what am I doing? I am adding back wrong commission. So as to get the profit before commission, then minus the stock reserve, again get the correct profit, again give the galat profit पे galat commission दिया ना, add back कर दो, reverse कर दो commission. चलो next, 72,000. 72,000 is the profit. Yeah, 72,000 is the profit after commission. 72,000 is the profit after commission. Commission के बाद का profit कितना है? 90. So what will be the profit before commission? 80,000. And in 80,000, 10% commission, 8,000 is paid. So add back कर दो after profit commission के after commission what is the profit? In that add back the wrong commission so as to get profit before the commission and stock reserve. Same way, 1,08,000 is 90. What is 100? Pick up your calculator. 1,08,000 is the profit after commission. So into 100 divided by 90. 120. 120 is the correct profit before commission. Add back the commission. And in case of losses, so 6,000 ही आएगा. Clear है आप सबको? चलो. Now you have got the correct profit before commission. You have got the correct profit before commission. Okay. Now what did you miss? Stock reserve. Stock reserve, which department will minus? This I make you write in your booster notes. Stock reserve kahan minus karoge? The giving department. I am sending you the goods at 100 plus 10% profit, 110. I will reverse the stock reserve. Ye clear hai? So A is sending to B. A is sending to D. देखो A ने B को कितने के goods भेजे हैं? Interdepartmental transfers included at loaded price in the stock. A has sent to B 70,000 के goods. But abhi bhi 22,000 are there in your stock from department A. Are you all getting? A is saying, I have sent you 22,000 goods at 110. In that 10 is the loading, I would reverse. Reverse the loading means reduce the stock in the form of stock reserve or profit कम हो जाएगा. Are you getting? A has sent to B. तो B के stock में ज़्यादा है, but stock reserve or loading is always to be done in the transferor department. ठीक है? Same way, department A has sent to department D 1,200 के goods. देखो 1,200 के goods भेजे. ये 1,200 के goods, look at the loading. A has sent to D at 20% above cost. What's my equation? 120, 120. So 120, 120. So 1,200 goods are lying with you, no? That is at 120. 120 में 20 loading है, 1,200 में कितना? Orally it may look, ma'am क्या बोल रहे हैं समझ में नहीं आ रहे, but if you do this one problem written practice, 10 out of 10 is like super scoring. Now I'm doing it vertically. A was having a loss, wrong commission, तो मैंने उसको फिर भी प्लस किया, तो प्लस माइनस तो वो माइनस ये, तो 32,000 is the loss before commission. अगर आप फिर भी कमीशन दोगे तो लॉस तो बढ़ जाएगा ना 32 से 38. Now, in 32, reverse the loadings. A has sent to B, A has sent to D. So reverse those loadings. Now what is the correct profit for A? 30 for 200. Abhi bhi loss aa raha hai. So in case of loss, how much commission you are going to pay? 6,000. And so what is the correct profit now? 4,200. What was the wrong profit? 30. Are you getting beyond the figures? What is happening? I missed deducting in my closing stock reserve. So on inflated profit, I gave wrong commission. So add back the wrong commission. I'm doing directly now. Say ye B. 5,400 plus commission add kar diye, to 56,400 is your correct profit. And there is no loading in B. Why? B is not sending. B is the receiving. Sending department mein hi loading reversal. Clear? So 56,400, 6,000. And then what you are getting the correct profit is 5,400. So here the answer is same. जहां शुरू हुए थे वहीं आ गए. You should have an alert sign कि मैम आपने सिखाया था तो ये याद रखना है. The department which is not sending the goods to another, for them the profit before stock reserve, after stock reserve, it's all same. Why so? Because anyhow, you're not having any stock reserve. Chalo, C. C's final profit is 72,000 after 10% wrong commission. So what is the profit before commission? 80,000. Now C ke goods are lying with T. 3,600. One second. Huh? एक जीरो ज्यादा लग गया ना यहाँ. It's like Department C has sent the goods. Okay, correct here, sorry. Department C has sent the goods to B, 48,000 year. And in that the loading is into 20 by 120. And Department C has sent to Department D 3,600. Yes, we are just orally discussing. If you check the figures and do it, you will definitely get it correct. So now C, you have sent the goods to B with loading, minus kar do loading. C, you have sent the goods to D, minus kar do loading. Now you are getting the correct profit of C. आप ना ये 8,600 स्टॉक रिजर्व माइनस करना भूल गए थे, तो माइनस कर दो. नाउ यू आर गेटिंग करेक्ट प्रॉफिट. एंड कैन यू गिव द करेक्ट कमीशन? यस, वी विल गेट द फाइनल प्रॉफिट. ठीक है, राइट. एंड डी देयर इज नो चेंज. So that's all for this problem. Any explanation do you need for this problem? Tell me please. Let me know. Will you be able to work out? क्या याद रखना है? स्टॉक रिजर्व एंट्री आप माइनस करना भूल गए. क्लोजिंग स्टॉक से स्टॉक रिजर्व कम करना है. योर क्लोजिंग स्टॉक इज एट 110, 120. तो ना आप उसको 100 पे लेके आओ, तो स्टॉक रिजर्व माइनस करोगे तो यू विल गेट करेक्ट प्रॉफिट एंड पे द करेक्ट कमीशन. ओके, एक ये प्रॉब्लम और एक मैंने और एक यूट्यूब में डिटेल वीडियो डाला है I2J Chhetu के, वो एक दो रिटर्न सॉल्व करो. डन फॉर दिस चैप्टर. This one, fourth problem, separate video I have made to solve it all again, but definitely I am explaining it now. The beautiful part of this problem is one department is sending to second, second is sending to third, each one is sending with the loading. So whatever is the stock in the third department, no, it's having the loading of the second also, and through second it's having the loading of the first also. Are you all getting? Yeah. These are only two. You know our way of doing. We always take typical problem first. After this, when I'll open your study material now, you will feel, ma'am, इतने easy problem है. सिर्फ stock reserve के working में गलती होती है. And some of the problems are like, handpicked from costing and posted here in your study material. So we will do study material also after this. Let us take up first this. Yeah. I, JK, three departments are there. Opening stock reserve is given. Yeah. Why there is no opening? I is the sending. So I's closing stock will always be at cost. Material consumed, labor, closing stock, sales, all other details are given. Yeah. Now, area, square, number of employees. This is to apportion some expenses. So prepare triple column trading and P&L account. Very interesting and easy problem. Don't leave it. Stock of each department is the cost to department. I is transferring to J at 20% on cost. J is transferring to K at 20% on sales. Other expenses are given like staff welfare. किस रेशो में दोगे? Number of employees. Rent किस रेशो में दोगे? Area. कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट कितना आपका एरिया यूज कर रहे हैं उतना रेंट बेयर करेंगे. Now, just copy the figures of opening stock, purchases. See, sale is done only by K. So can I say, I जो भी produce कर रहा है, it is giving to J. J, whatever you are producing, you are giving to K. And K is selling. So first you just copy the figures. Opening stock, purchase, sales, closing, direct labor, all. Now comes transfer. I department's profit is given to you 20% on cost. So if it is 20% on cost, let us check up the working. आई का कॉस्ट कितना आ रहा है देखो. आई का ओपनिंग स्टॉक कितना है? ऑल ऑफ यू पिक अप 5,000. आई एम इन आई डिपार्टमेंट. व्हाट इज आईज परचेजेस? 16,000. व्हाट इज आईज वेजेस? 9,000. व्हाट इज द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक? 5,000. So what is the cost of the goods which you have transferred? Pick up your calculator. 5,000 plus 16,000 plus 9,000 minus 5. I has transferred to J goods costing 25,000. And what is the equation or loading I to J? 20% on cost. So 25,000 का 20% will be 5,000. आया समझ में आप सबको? I to J. Okay. Please watch that video. That is quite in detail, but shortly I'm giving you the gist also. I to J, I'm sending you 25,000 goods with 20% of my loading 5,000 and transfer price will be 30,000. देखो. Transfer credit हो गया I में और J welcome 30,000 के goods आ. अब ऐसे ही J के why am I doing this exercise? Because how many goods I has transferred to J they have not given. But they know cost of I and they know profit to be added in I for transfer to J. अब J की बारी आ गई. J 8,000 ओपनिंग स्टॉक है, 20 खुद का परचेज है, 10,000 लेबर लगा दो, 30,000 कर लो आप. Are you all following this? So yeah, you can keep calculator and calculate. Opening stock is 8,000. My own purchase is 20 and labor I have paid 10 and 30 transfer आया है J को I से. And what is the closing stock here? 20,000. करो कितना आ रहा है? 48,000 is the cost of goods for J. But J is giving to K at 20% profit on sales. What will be the equation? 80, 20, 100. Are you all clear? 80, 20, 100. Because if it is 20% on sales, take my sales as 100, my profit as 20, and my cost as 80. ठीक है? Right? So 100 में से 20 profit है और 80 cost है. So my cost is 48,000. So what will be the profit? 80 में 20 profit है, 48 में 12,000. J you are transferring to K 60,000. ये देखो आ गया 60. यहाँ पे भी आ गया K. K is receiving debit, J is giving credit. ठीक है, right? Now come to K. Ab K is not transferring to anyone. K is the final department. He's selling the goods. This looks like process costing. So opening stock है, transfer होके आया है, और K का सेल मालूम है, closing stock मालूम है. So you get the GP. These two GP just now I have shown you how to calculate. और इसका तो GP routine में आ गया. Bring the GP down. Salaries को apportion कर लो, rent को apportion कर लो, calculate the profit. And in the general P&L account, in opening stock reserve is there. ये रहा. Is opening stock reserve there? 2,000 and 3,000. Yes. Take it. Opening stock reserve. Now we have to calculate the important googly in the problem closing stock. I का stock J में है, उसमें I का loading है ना? J stock is with K. In that J's loading is there and indirectly I's loading is there. Let us reverse that. Some of the students they literally say, "Ma'am, we leave this." Don't leave. It's very easy. मजेदार problem है. अगर आप ध्यान से करो तो बहुत easy भी है. ये कैसे calculate करना है I'm telling you. Opening stock reserve तो आ गया, closing stock आपको करना है. Look at this now. What is the closing stock of J? 20,000. Now J का own purchase भी है. Look at the screen. Own purchase 20,000 and 10,000. J का own purchase is also there, and J has got from I also 30,000. So now whatever J is having 20,000 closing stock. I'm trying to draw a flow chart here. कभी-कभी screen up हो जाएगा, but otherwise easy. ये देखो. J का closing stock कितना है? 20,000, है ना? In that, how much is J's own stock purchase? Because own stock purchase will always be at cost. And how much is received from I? That's not given in the problem. I का कितना stock J के पास पड़ा है, उसके closing stock में ये नहीं दिया है. तो अब J क्या करेगा? It will assume 50% own purchases. ये देखो, है ना? Own purchases 20 और labor 10. और 30,000 जो है वो ट्रांसफर है. One second now, please. These classes we need lot of energy. Thank you for waiting. चलो शुरू करते हैं. ये देखो. J is saying my own stock. मैंने खुद ने परचेज भी किया और लेबर पे किया है 30,000 and I have purchased from I 30,000. Now own stock पे no stock reserve. Own stock तो परचेज करके स्टॉक में पड़ा है, बट जो I से आया है 30,000. 30,000 is my transfer and 30,000 is my own purchase plus labor. So can I divide the closing stock also as 10,000 closing stock खुद का है जिसमें no stock reserve. 10,000 closing stock आपको I से आया है, which is 120 and 20 is the loading. 1667. What is the googly in the problem? You know, dear students, I is sending the goods to J, but in J's closing stock 20,000. How much is J's own purchase, which has to be at cost? And how much is transfer? They have not given. So we assume it's equal. Because J has done own purchase plus labor 30,000 और I से भी आया है 30,000. Clear? Right? Okay? चलो. Now, नेक्स्ट ये तो हो गया लोडिंग किसका आपने कैलकुलेट कर लिया 10,000 into 21,667. दिस इज द लोडिंग ऑफ जे. और लोडिंग कहाँ लिखते हैं? जनरल P&L अकाउंट डेबिट साइड, ओपनिंग स्टॉक लोडिंग ऑन द क्रेडिट साइड, and in the balance sheet you have to minus it out of the stock. Clear to all of you? Right. Chalo, next now we are doing K stock. K का closing stock देखो कितना है? 5,000. K's closing stock is 5,000. And J to K, how much is it coming? See, K is not having any of its own purchase. Dash है. K को पूरा J से आ रहा है and it is selling. Bye bye. तो K is saying my stock is 5,000, which I have got from J. And loading is 20% in sales. So in 5,000 closing stock, 20%, 1,000 is the loading जो J ने K को दिया है. So now what is the cost for J? 4,000. J has got 4,000 goods, added his profit 1,000 and gave to K. But J जो 4,000 goods transfer कर रहा है, 50% तो own purchase. Own purchase 2,000, no loading. 50% जो J transfer कर रहा है, that he has got from I. And in this, I's loading is also there. In 2,000, which J is transferring to K, in that I's loading is also there. और I का loading आपको मालूम है कितना है? I to J. 20% on cost. So this 2,000 into 20 by 120. Please be honest. If you are not following anything, you can unmute and ask, or you can. Some of you may be feeling, ma'am, कुछ ज़्यादा ही slow पढ़ा रही है. Problem तो हमको अच्छे से आता है. We need to consider everyone. So J is saying, okay, your closing stock, no, 5,000. In that 1,000 is my loading and cost is 4,000. In 4,000, J saying my own purchase is 2,000, जिसमें कोई loading नहीं है. 2,000 I से आया था और मैंने K को दे दिया. So in that our loading into 20 by 120, we have to reverse. That is 333. Yes. So now, what is the total loading in K? 1,000 J to K and 333 I to J and then J to K. See, I have written here. I is saying 1,667 के goods हैं, 333 profit add करके मैं 2,000 में J को दे रही हूँ. J क्या कर रहा है? अपने और goods मिला रहा है. 4,000 के goods हो गए, profit add करके 1,000 5,000 में दे रहे हैं. So what is the loading? I to J 333. What is the loading? J to K 1,000. All clear to all of you, right? So this is how loading for K. 1,000 तो easy है. J to K. 333 is I to J and in that J to K. So double loading हो गया. It's a challenge, but I accepted the challenge and I have made more than 1 hour video. When students purchase our app, for them nowadays we are taking live classes every week. So in one of the live classes, they said, ma'am, please solve this problem again in class, and I did that. Okay? Right. This problem is also very nice in your study material. I want to explain. कि finish goods कैसे करेंगे. Very simple, very nice. Or shall I do it from here? Illustration number आप देख लेना study material में है. Just 1 second, I'll be back and then we will continue. Not a break, but it's a very different way we are taking the class. You know, regular class, एक प्रॉब्लम मैं भी सॉल्व करती हूँ, आप भी ये जैसे जिस्ट में, and especially in the online we are not able to see your expressions, how much you are falling. Okay, next problem is just asked in this last December 21 exam for 10 marks. It is so beautiful, so nice. और branch accounting में ना there is no much format what we teach you in single entry. Investment account format based, triple column बनाओ, x interest करो, कम है तो और लिखो, you know ऐसे एक mind mapping है. यहाँ mind mapping नहीं है. For departmental accounts you need to know the logic. Okay, my stock is lying with you at loading, reverse the loading. Okay, but your closing stock, अभी जो मैं बता रही हूँ ध्यान से सुनो. I am transferring the goods. My stock is lying with you at profit. Ultimately, we are part of the same department. We are departments, but we are part of the same company. So my stock lying with you, reverse the loading. But the problem in the exam, in the problem given is your closing stock may be having market purchases, which is at cost, and my purchases in which you reverse the loading. Are you all getting? तो अब कैसे करेंगे देखो. Soham Limited has two departments X and Y. Opening stock, purchase, carriage inward, wages, sales, all is given. Now, purchased goods transferred. You know what is purchased goods transferred? That is, I purchased it from market and I have transferred to you. In that there is no loading. And both are doing to each other. So while writing, please write carefully. Purchase goods are transferred from Y to X. तो X के डेबिट में आएगा, Y के क्रेडिट में. अभी करके देखते हैं, देखो. Finished goods are transferred. Return of the finished goods. Closing stock. Purchase goods have been transferred at the cost. No problem. I purchased the goods and I gave to, अरे मेरा ही डिपार्टमेंट है ना, चलो cost to cost ही दे दिया. But finished goods are transferred at departmental price. My department's profit. Now sometimes equation is not given. Kitna stock hai? In this problem, profits are not given. Array, I have transferred to you finished goods with profit. But how much is profit is missing? It's a beautiful question, and I feel we are using accounts costing everything here. 25% of the closing stock with each department represents goods received. Now, how will you do it in the exam? X or Y? Can you please copy the figures first in the exam? वही smart work करना है आपको departmental accounting. जो समझ में आए, go on writing. So what will you write? Like see, just now I told you. Purchase goods, यही. Opening stock, purchase, carriage inward, sales, ये सब wages, सब डालते जाओ. अब देखो क्या करना है. Purchase goods transferred. Y to X. Y ने ट्रांसफर किए 40,000 goods X को. Y has transferred to X. Y credit. Credit the giver. X debit the receiver. ये गलती नहीं करना. Now finished goods. Y to X कितना ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं? 140. लेकिन रिटर्न आई एम हियर, मैं एक ही डिपार्टमेंट कर रही हूँ. Y ने X को 140 के गुड्स वापस दे दिए. आर यू ऑल विथ मी? Y ने X को 140 के गुड्स दे दिए. नाउ X ने Y को रिटर्न कर दिया 28,000, तो वो 28 नेट हो जाएगा ना. नेट ऑफ Y is giving to X 140, X is giving back 28, so net transfer is 112 by Y to X. Y 112 credit करो, X 112 debit करो. ये यहाँ आएगा. Clear to all of you or not? Huh? Ma'am, why didn't you prepare below this departmental P&L account? Because they didn't give any common expenses apportionment. नहीं दिया तो छोड़ दो. चलो. अब where is opening stock reserve? Not given. Is there closing stock reserve? Yes. Now the beautiful presentation of your working note one. एक ही डिपार्टमेंट का करते हैं. X. X is saying our sales is 560. One second now. फाइल ही छूटा हो गया. Yeah, look at the screen. X is saying my sales is 560. My transfer to Y is 120. Look here which transfer I have taken. ये 560 है. Sales 560 or transfer 120. Sales in market is at profit. Finished goods transfer is at profit. Ma'am, why didn't you take purchase goods transfer? Because purchase goods transfer में कोई profit ही नहीं है. GP is always calculated on sales because we are selling at profit. You all have studied or not? GP ratio पढ़ा है. GP by sales into 100. So I am selling 560 at profit. I will not take this because में कोई profit नहीं है. Finished goods 120. So this is my total sales. And GP कितना आया? Trading account में 170. Can we get percentage? Ma'am, why are we making working note 1? Because profit margins are missing. How much is profit of department X? Missing. How much is profit of Y? Missing. Now, what is the last line of the problem? In closing stock, purchased goods, no stock reserve because purchased goods cost to cost. But in finished goods, stock reserve is there. Answer is yes. So 96,000 करते हैं. चलो साथ में 96,000 किसका स्टॉक है? X का. X 25% of your stock is coming from Y. Who said that problem? So 96,000, 24,000 stock X you are receiving from Y. In that X you are receiving the goods from Y. तो Y अपनी loading लगा के भेजेगा ना. What is Y's loading? 30%. And these loadings don't take. Some students always ask me. हर batch में कोई ना कोई पूछता है. Ma'am, 24,000 into 30 by 130 क्यों नहीं कर रहे? अरे this time the loading is on sales. Look at the story. X. How much is your closing stock? 96,000. In that 24,000 you have received from Y. So 24,000 Y का stock मेरे पास है. Y के stock में Y का loading होगा ना. कितना है Y का loading? 30%. Stock reserve is 7,000. Pitfalls. Alert sign for you all. While calculating GP ratio, don't take purchase goods transferred because there is no profit. Sales and transfer of finished goods. उसमें कितना profit earn की. Second pitfall. In my goods, Y का stock 24,000 है, लेकिन loading मेरी नहीं लेना, Y की लेना. Y is saying, okay, in my 56 closing stock, X say I have received 14,000. So this X goods which are lying with me at 14,000 will have X ka profit. 25%, 3,500. And why not 25 by 125? Because this time the profit is on sales. Profit is on sales. 170 GP is on 680 into 100. Is my way clear? 10 marks के लिए worth it है या नहीं? Ready-made garments and cloth garment और ऐसे कुछ ना कुछ पूछते हैं आपको एग्जाम में जो बहुत easy और बहुत scoring है. ठीक है? Right. So like this, problems are there for this. I think majorly good problems I have done. Remaining some problems which are very simple, we can take it from our material also. And then we will go for memorandum, stock account and markup method also. ठीक है? Yeah. 1 minute. For the regular, let us go to institutes materials problem. आ जाओ इसमें. Very nice problems are there. You feel as if you are doing like costing के जैसे problem है. बहुत अच्छे problem. Yeah, look at this illustration number 2. You have purchased these many units and purchase amount is given, but purchase rate is missing. And don't say, ma'am, number of units add करके purchase से divide कर लो. Every purchase is not that uniform rate. Sales units is given, selling price is given, closing stock unit is given. Costing ही है पूरा problem. You are required to prepare departmental trading account, assuming that rate of GP on sales is uniform. Rate of GP on sales is uniform in each case. ठीक है? So your profit margin on sales is common. Now, we don't know how to calculate the purchase and all. Now, can we make first a working note? Whatever you are buying, no, you are actually selling 6120 unit because kuch closing hai, kuch opening hai. You are actually selling 11, but whatever you are buying, just sell it. 6,000 units into 40, 12,000 into 45, just as a working note. So whatever you buy, you are selling in this, and purchase cost is given total. Now, 6,000 units and all these units are purchased at 6 lakh, sold at 15 lakhs. If all your purchases is sold, how much profit you will earn? 9 lakh. On how much sales? 15 lakhs into 100. 9 lakhs divided by 15 lakhs into 100. Why am I doing this exercise of working note? To get the profit margin, which is missing. Profit margin नहीं दिया हुआ है, तो अभी आपको क्लियर है, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन आ गया आपको. बहुत इजी प्रॉब्लम है, फिर भी मैं रिवाइज करा रही हूँ बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट यू टू लूज मार्क्स. जब डिपार्टमेंटल अकाउंट में मालूम है द सीक्रेट, सेम क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड, क्यों मार्क लूज करना. So what is your profit margin? 60%. 60%. ठीक है? So it's like 60% on sales. Clear? Now, selling price is given to you per unit. Profit margin आपको पता चल गया per unit. And per unit में profit margin is same. आपको दिया है. Rate of profit is uniform. So can I say A product, even if you are selling in 45 and B in 45, 60% is your profit margin. ठीक है? Right. So what is the purchase price? 16, 18, 20. That's what you wanted. हो गया problem खत्म. Purchase into number of units, purchase का cost आ गया. और sale units are given. Add closing stock. 61620 units you have sold. And 600 units are there in stock. So total you were having 6720 unit, but you purchased only 6,000. So this is how you will get openings. मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है मैं कॉस्टिंग का बजटिंग चैप्टर पढ़ा रही हूँ. बजटिंग चैप्टर है ना कॉस्टिंग में, where you make various budgets, raw material, purchase budget and stock. ऐसे ही है. Yeah. And once you get the answer, simply just prepare T format reading. क्या सीखा हमने ये प्रॉब्लम से? All the purchases, if you sell, you are selling something. If you are purchasing 6,000, you are selling 6120 actual में. But in working note, if all the purchases is at 6 lakh and same units if you sell, you will come to know what is the profit margin. Nice, clear to all of you, right? Sure. So this was one nice problem. I think rest all the problems you will be able to do, and tomorrow when we are doing branch accounting, if you can ask. See now, carriage inward is related. कभी ना 5 marks के लिए only this table is asked. Can you show the apportionment of expenses based on this? Carriage inward. Carriage inward is based on purchases. Carriage outwards on sales. Salaries based on number of employees. Advertisement based on turnover. Discount allowed based on turnover. Discount received is related to purchases. Rent and all according to the space, floor area. Depreciation, furniture की value के हिसाब से. All staff welfare expense according to number of employees in each department. Electricity, horsepower, how many units of power is consumed. And bed debts and all according to data of each department. So only this table can also be asked to you. देखो यही रहा वो problem number. Please mark it important. Fourth. Just now I told you, no, purchased goods transferred and so on. This is that manager's problem. Profit after charging manager's commission. Add back manager's commission. You get correct profit. Now deduct the stock reserve. You get profit before manager's commission. Stock reserve minus करना भूल गए थे. Now अब कर लिया. अब correct profit आ गया. अब manager's commission फिर से दे दो. Now you'll get the correct profit. That's what I showed you. Yeah. ठीक है? Clear to all of you? Right. Let us begin with the concept of memorandum stock and markup method. 12 marks, 8 marks, एक आधे बार 20 marks के लिए भी पूछा है और बहुत easy है. There's a promise you have to do before we start. You all know now what is markup or loading. We are sending to other department at 100, 20 add करके 120. You know, when you do this, the promise is every department is saying whatever is coming, opening stock with loading, purchase with loading, sale with loading. So closing stock also with loading. Are you getting? Memorandum means this is not a part of your books of accounts, but just in memorandum, in working, you are preparing the memorandum stock account and you are preparing the memorandum adjustment account for all the loadings. एक ही डायलॉग याद रखना है. आया तो लोडिंग के साथ, गया तो लोडिंग के साथ. अच्छा मैम, if I transfer the goods from one department to another, for me it's like transfer. If I sell with loading. If I transfer with loading. अच्छा, you are buying from market, add loading. You are buying from another department, add your loading. That simple it is. चलो, let us quickly do that. Markup method is easy और बिल्कुल आप कर सकते हैं इसको. ये journal entries and all I'm not reading. I want to work out and show you the logic so that you are doing it. Two departments are there, but generally one department से तो बहुत problem पूछते हैं. पहले one department वाला करते हैं. Fairways Limited, nice problem this is. And then we can do two departments also. अच्छा, what all accounts you have to prepare? इसमें memorandum markup method के लिए I've given some booster notes also. वो मैं आपसे जरूर शेयर करूंगी. आप क्या क्या अकाउंट बनाओगे dear students? जब आपको ये एग्जाम में पूछते हैं memorandum fairways is there in the study material. We'll do this. You have to prepare departmental trading account, common. Memorandum stock account, which is like branch का stock account बनाते हैं ना, opening फिर goods received and all that. तो branch के stock की तरह. But memorandum stock account, everything is at invoice price. Look at the screen just. And memorandum markup account is like branch adjustment account where you put all at loading. Some of you may be surprised why we are learning all this. When I am sending 100 goods to you, 20 loading add करके 120, मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ 120 पे बेचो, आपको मालूम नहीं है मेरा loading price कितना है. And this happens next time you go to any of the showrooms. For example, Adidas, Woodland, Bata. Have you observed Bata? There are 20 stores in Hyderabad for Bata. If you go to A area or B area, the same design, same model, the price is same. So company अपना markup और loading add करके they give the pricing. This shoes you sell in 1600. In this you put 1500. वो label sticker भी company बेचते हैं. So you may be saying, ma'am, if I am selling 100 rupees goods in 50 for you to sell at 150, what is your earning? Markdown. आपका वो selling price में margin होता है. ठीक है? It's a very popular logical method. You have to prepare departmental account, you have to prepare memorandum stock account, and you have to prepare memorandum markup account to adjust all the loadings. So memorandum stock or markup account will give you the profit also. Chalo, let us begin quickly. ये देखो Fairways Limited is in the retail organization. Goods are supplied to each department and are debited to memorandum stock account at cost plus a fixed percentage to give the normal selling price. Markup is credited to the markup account. Any reduction in the selling, see, markup means at the profit. 100 में 20, 120. कभी कभी मार्केट वैल्यू 115 हो गई तो 5 रुपए क्या हो गए? मार्क डाउन. Yeah. Now, opening stock at cost is 80,000. तो आप मेमोरेंडम स्टॉक अकाउंट में लिखो 80 और इसका इक्वेशन दिया होगा आपको. The department for last 3 years has been following loading 40%. Now I am doing one item. एक एक पोस्टिंग मैं आपको बता रही हूँ. पॉज करो वीडियो, ड्रॉ कर लो लेजर. क्या क्या लेजर्स ड्रॉ करोगे? मेमोरेंडम स्टॉक अकाउंट, मेमोरेंडम मार्क अप अकाउंट एंड योर रूटीन डिपार्टमेंट. अब देखो एक एक आइटम का पोस्टिंग करते हैं. ओपनिंग स्टॉक इज एट 80,000 डिपार्टमेंटल ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में. यहाँ 80,000 प्लस 40% 120 एंड 32,000 लोडिंग यहाँ आएंगे. मार्कअप अकाउंट में क्रेडिट साइड यू विल पुट द लोडिंग, स्टॉक अकाउंट में डेबिट साइड. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग 80 हियर I have written 112 here and 32 on the credit side. Is this clear to all of you? Yeah. Now, next. Second, purchases at cost. Okay, purchase आ गया. अब purchase में भी add करो 40% and credit the loading by memorandum stock account 72,000. Purchase is 180. You've added 72,000. Got it now? ठीक है? चलो. Next. Sales. Sales we'll write directly. अब sales में ही profit reverse कर देंगे तो this will not come, no. So sales we will write it directly. Otherwise sale का भी profit reverse कर दोगे. Purchase तो profit कैसे आएगा? Opening stock instead of writing 80, add 32 and 32 credit. Add 72 and 72 credit. And 320. 320 sales you have written. In memorandum stock account also credit side sales. Is the flow clear? इसके लिए ये journal entries हैं आपके पास. 1 second, huh? 1 second. See. When goods are purchased, memorandum stock account debit 112, but you have purchased 80,000 और loading को credit करो 32. I'm just posting these journal entries. Clear or not? Sure. Next. So you learned how to record opening stock. You learned pen flow होना चाहिए. In the 3 hours of exam, whatever best you know, just go on posting. You will get stepwise marks also. Now, goods purchased in the period were marked down by 1,400 from a cost of 16,000 and marked down stock 4,000 remained in stock. Oh, तो आपने जो goods purchase किए उसमें markup ये रहा. So mark down what you will do? Credit. Mark up debit. आपने ऐड किया ना, तो mark down credit 1,400. Here also 1,400. Mark up 72. यहाँ debit और credit तो mark down credit. कितना है mark down? 1,400. From a cost 16,000. अभी भी marked down goods are there in stock. So what we have done, 1 second, there was a break. So once again, opening stock 80 की जगह add loading, loading को markup account में credit किया. Purchase add the loading, loading you credited. Sales you have written. Now whenever you purchased, markup you have debited. So markdown you will credit. Markdown you will credit. Clear? Chalo. Now come to this working. Still some markdown goods are there. So how to adjust for that? I have made working. ये रहा देखो. Still markdown goods are there 16,000. Yes. Cost of 16,000 में 1400 markdown है. तो markdown होने के बाद costing 4,000 are still remaining. In 16,000 कॉस्ट के गुड्स में 1400 मार्कडाउन है, तो 4000 में कितना मार्कडाउन है? 350. 350 मार्कडाउन इज स्टिल देयर इन द क्लोजिंग. यस, जो भी क्लोजिंग आएगा उसमें 350 ऑलरेडी मार्कडाउन है. दैट वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड इन द वर्किंग. नाउ स्टॉक शॉर्टेज 1200. शॉर्टेज मींस क्रेडिट, इट्स अ लॉस. So here also that much stock is going out, no? Either the stock is credited when you sell, but अगर shortage हुआ तो भी credit है. But promise आया तो loading के साथ, गया तो loading के साथ. In 1200 40% 480 loading. Are you getting? See, purchase at 40%. So shortage at 40%. And that 40% 480 will come here. Next, on 1st July, goods including 8,200 had been sold during the year and had been marked down. Oh, in opening stock also 740 markdown was there. So in opening stock, markup, you have added markdown, I am crediting. Some books, what they do, in opening stock, 80,000. 32,000 is markup, 740 is markdown, and that they write here. Is it okay for you? Opening stock may add the markup, but in opening stock, if markdown is there, you can credit 740. अलग से भी. चलो, it's very easy, 10 marks के लिए. और interesting भी है अगर आप logic से पढ़ोगे. Now, that's all. चलो, now we can't complete the trading account because GP and closing stock both is missing. Now come to memorandum stock account. Look at the flow. Opening stock, purchase, sale, markdown, shortage, transfer, सब हो गया. So what is your closing stock? 4180. Now all of you should know, आया तो loading के साथ, गया तो loading के साथ. So remaining also with loading. 4180 should also be with loading. Yes or no? So this 40,180, 40,180 is your closing stock plus 350. Why? Because 350 already is the markdown. आपने markdown किया ना 12 and वो 1400. ये 1400 में 350 markdown is still there in the stock. So in the closing stock, you have total done markdown 1400, but अभी तक 350 markdown has not expired. Like last year 740 markdown expire नहीं हुआ था. So 4180 is not my normal closing stock. It has a markdown of 350. So what is my normal closing stock? Ma'am, why do we need? Your actual closing stock is this only. Why do you need normal closing stock? Loading. 4530 is 140 to 40 कितना? 4530 is 140 to 40 कितना? Into 40 divide by 140. 11,580. 11,580 is the normal profit, but in normal profit minus the markdown. I think this adjustment, if you want, I can explain 2-3 times. This is the only thing which स्टूडेंट्स डोंट फॉलो जमीली। फिर से एक बार, व्हाट इज योर नॉर्मल क्लोजिंग स्टॉक? 40, 120. Pending markdown 350. So my normal closing stock is 4530 into 40 by 140 के तो 11580 is my normal markup. But in 11580 अभी भी minus करो, markdown भी तो है ना, so 11230 is the markup closing, markup account, markup में. Now markup account is giving you G. ओपनिंग का लोडिंग, परचेज का लोडिंग, मार्कडाउन का लोडिंग, शॉर्टेज का लोडिंग. तो मार्कडाउन आपने 1400 किया, अभी 350 बाकी है. यू कांट गो एंड कैंसिल दिस. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव एडजस्टेड इट हियर. So now your closing stock is 11230 and you get the correct GP. Any doubt anyone? How did we get the working? Working note अच्छे से लिखो. 4180 is the closing stock after markdown 1400, but 1400 में अभी भी 350 तो बाकी है. So actual markdown is only 1050. अगर ये 1050 रहता तो automatic 4180 में 350 ऐड हो जाता. That's what I have done. 4530 and 4530 into 40 by 140. That's our equation. And now what you are getting is normal markup minus 350, 11230. Once you get this, 90,150 आ गया आप सबको. 90,150 is the GP. Tallied and closing stock भी tally कर सकते हैं. 4180 is the closing stock. और मार्कअप कितना आ रहा है? 11230. Are you with me? Stock is 4180. मार्कअप का क्लोजिंग अपने आप आएगा 11230. तो आपका ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट भी टैली होगा. Was it useful the way we have done revision of this? समझ में आया या नहीं? Working notes you have to check properly. Sure. Tomorrow when we will do branch accounting, na, these concepts will merge in the branch accounting and it will be more clear. Yes, right. Now let us go to the double last problem and then we are closing. खादी का ले लो या साउथ और वो कोई भी. When two departments are given, how will you do? दोनों के मार्कअप और लोडिंग याद रखना. खादी एंड सिल्क. खादी का मार्कअप है 1/3 ऑन कॉस्ट, सिल्क का 50% ऑन कॉस्ट. तो अब जैसे मैं खादी बताती हूँ आपको. ओपनिंग स्टॉक इज 10,500 but 10,500 is cost. करो पिकअप योर कैलकुलेटर. 10,500 का 1/3 करो 3,500. 14 इधर लिखो, 3,500 इधर. Are you getting? Same way purchases 75,900. 75,900 का 1/3 25,300. 75,900 आ गया and 25,300. वैसे ही same problem. Where you have to remember inter transfers. I will share that also. Stock of khadi includes markdown. So markdown in opening stock you can write on credit side or minus in the markup only. Certain stock of 6,900 purchased by khadi were sold by silk. As result, cost of goods is included in khadi. खरीदा खादी ने, सेल किया सिल्क ने, तो खादी has to transfer to silk, no? Khadi purchased, but khadi didn't sell, so khadi has to transfer to silk. Clear to all of you? Right. So now khadi department were later transferred to silk department. Okay, right. So khadi has transferred how much? Now the promise is आया तो लोडिंग के साथ, गया तो लोडिंग के साथ. So khadi is having purchases but goods are sold by silk, so khadi should transfer 6,900. Silk you have sold, no, you should receive. But khadi is transferring when they have purchased 1/3 loading के साथ, गया तो भी 1/3 लोडिंग के साथ लोडिंग एडजस्ट. ओ सिल्क is purchasing from market at 50% loading. Silk you purchase from means khadi also at 50% loading. So silk will record purchase with its own loading. Khadi will transfer at its own loading. Clear to all of you or not? Khadi and silk. Rest working notes are absolutely simple. जैसे आपको बताया ना, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक 8260 है, तो 8260 में 1/4 लोडिंग है, वो 1/4 1/3 ऑन कॉस्ट, तो 1/4 ऑन सेल्स, एंड देयर इज नो मार्कडाउन. तो यू कैन कैलकुलेट दिस. 8260 see 133, 1/3 on cost, so 133 on sales, it will be 1/4 or not. So closing stock of the khadi is how much? 8260. तो मार्कअप कितना होगा? 2065. तो प्रॉफिट आ गया बैलेंसिंग फिगर. हाँ, और सिल्क का क्लोजिंग है 51,350. इन 51,350 there is still a markdown pending 1000. तो 52 is normal closing stock into 50 by 150. Normal markup is 17,450. 1000 माइनस कर दो. अब आपका मार्कअप आ रहा है 16,450 यूनिट. एग्जैक्टली सेम. I've tried my best to give you the markup concept. Opening stock with loading, purchase with loading, sales as it is. In opening stock loading, markup add karo, markdown you can deduct or write on credit side. In purchase, markup you have added, markdown you credit. In transfers is like sales, reverse the markup. आया तो लोडिंग के साथ, गया तो लोडिंग. If you remember this, finally memorandum stock account will give you closing stock at 150 and markup is 50. But if some markdown is pending, add that and then get your normal stock and calculate. This method is foolproof. Regular तो we take 2 to 3 classes पूरे ही लग जाते हैं मार्कअप करने में. बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम. You must have seen the regular sheet is having lot of problems. Yes, but sure, please do it. And before we close, let us learn something more beyond our regular concepts and all. So it's the time for our challenge. तो अब आज चल रहा है हमारा 9th डे है अकाउंट्स का. I hope every day you are learning these concepts and एक बार ये revision lecture सुनने के बाद then you start solving the material problem, you'll be clear. Sorry, 2 minutes, I forgot to share the booster notes. Just 2 minutes. Branch we will do in detail tomorrow. See, I always discuss in our regular class and you must have written also. दोनों में था. डिपार्टमेंटल रूटीन में भी आपका लाइक मार्कअप के लिए. मार्कअप स्टॉक इज लाइक ब्रांच स्टॉक अकाउंट, यस और नो, एंड मेमोरेंडम मार्कअप अकाउंट इज लाइक ब्रांच एडजस्टमेंट अकाउंट. In opening stock, markup is added and markdown is deducted. In case of transfer, giving department is crediting with their own loading and receiving department will debit with their own loading. In departmental account, opening stock and closing stock reserves are adjusted in general P&L account. While calculating correct profit and all, closing stock reserve is always adjusted in the giving department. Yes or no? Cost plus markup is invoice price minus markdown is stock. ये सब आपके लिए just एक brief note मैंने आपको बताया, right? And how was your practice of doing the Vastrika Pranayam? I don't teach all this in accounts tax regular class, but that's a very energetic way. Once more, just do it with me and see how you uplift your energy. 20 counts each round, 3 rounds you do. When your hands are going up, breathe in. When your hands are coming down, breathe out. Either laps डाल के, पलाटी डाल के अच्छे से बैठो. Preferably sit in वज्रासन. वज्रासन में बैठोगे तो आपको बेनिफिट होगा. अगर आप बैठ सकते हैं पिलो लगा के तो. Was it helpful or not? If you trust, if you practice, you will see the benefit. Okay, right? So this was one of the pranayam. The second pranayam we are adding today in our these revision lectures, very, very important to relax and calm our mind so that when we are studying one subject, उसका tension इसका ऐसे जो jump होता है ना mind वो शांत हो जाता है, and that is called, it's not boring, I'm telling you, meditation and all this, it is really very important. Students are so hard working, but when they are not able to balance their mind one day before the exam, if they are not relaxed, हेल्थ खराब हो जाती है, बैलेंस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं 3 घंटे में तो पेपर खराब हो जाता है. तो नहीं करने के लिए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, लेट अस डू राइट नाउ सिंपल ब्रीदिंग टेक्निक. इट इज, I will show it to all of you. It is called Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. You have to use your index finger, put it on your right eyebrow, do it with me, and the second finger on your left eyebrow. If you have learned it, if you know it, very good. राइट और लेफ्ट पे ऐसे 2 फिंगर रखना है, एंड विद द थर्ड फिंगर एंड विद द थंब फिंगर you have to close your nostrils one after the another. Now Nadi Shodhan Pranayam cleanses your breath and gives you lot of clarity, and you will study with double the speed. So breathe in from the left nostril, breathe out from the right nostril, जितना लंबा कर सके. Breathe in again from the right nostril and breathe out from the left. Are you getting? फिर से एक बार. Breathe in from the left nostril. Breathe out from the right nostril. Breathe in from the right nostril. Breathe out from the left nostril. This completes 1 round. Like that, we will do 5 rounds. Okay. So let me show you first 1 or 2 rounds, and I'm explaining, and then 5 rounds. Closing our eyes, we will do and see the impact. Immediately you will feel you've started breathing longer. Sometimes we breathe एकदम shallow, ऊपर से. देखो गुस्सा आता तो कैसे होता है. कभी-कभी हम लोग एकदम अच्छे से अवेयर हैं तो we do deep breathing from our stomach. That's what is required. So first finger on this eyebrow, second finger. With the third finger, I'm closing this left nostril, and with this thumb, I'm closing the right nostril. I'm sitting on a chair because I'm in front of the camera. Now let us start. Breathe in from the left. Breathe out from the right. Breathe in from the right. Breathe out from the left. Breathe in from the left. Breathe out of the right hand side. Breathe out on, breathe in वहां से करो. This completes 1 round. You like this 5 rounds you do by closing your eyes, and let us see the impact. Shall we start? Ready? Any doubts are there? Put me in the chat box. कोई doubt है तो पूछो. Yeah, and one more I'll say. I'm not going to teach you too many pranayams, but one is Vastrika. Vastrika is clear or not? When you lift your hand up, down. Up, breathe in, down. Yes? Right. Chalo. Let us do Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. And your left hand should be in the, meditation mudra. Chin mudra we call it. Tip and like this on your left lap. Let us do it. Start with left hand side. After completing the 5th round, relax. The smile on your face. Let the smile be artificial, no problem. You do, it will automatically become natural over the period. Just observe your breath. Are you feeling your deep breathing? Relax. How was it? And you may not feel, मैं तो पूछ लिया तुरंत, how was it पूछना सही नहीं है. At least like this, if you do 10 rounds, anytime you can do. दिन में नींद में से उठ के बहुत mind relax हो जाएगा. You know, when you do 10 rounds and close your eyes, put your hands on the laps, feel your breath. It has become in depth. और रूम में फैन की आवाज, ये वो एक अलग ही एटमॉस्फेयर से वापस कनेक्शन बनेगा, रिलैक्स्ड वाला कनेक्शन बनेगा. These are instant Maggies for you all students, so that you balance your mind 100% before the exam. इतना पढ़े आपने, 120-130 आवर्स के लेक्चर्स देखे हैं, अकाउंट्स के, कॉस्टिंग के, टैक्स के, एक एक प्रॉब्लम आपने साथ में. कॉस्टिंग तो all of you have attended live classes. When I counted all the hours, it was 130 hours costing classes. तो एक एक प्रॉब्लम आपने किया है, वो नॉलेज कहाँ जाएगा? बिल्कुल आपके माइंड में पेन फ्लो होगा, याद है. ट्रस्ट करो, ट्रस्ट योरसेल्फ, ट्रस्ट योर टीचर्स, ट्रस्ट दिस पाथ, हैव फेथ एंड हार्ड वर्क. अभी तो हार्ड वर्क ही है, राइट? Thank you so much. Bye bye all of you. Tomorrow we are doing branch accounting, okay, in the morning, and with some more new pranayam. Any doubts you have, you can ask in Institute's material and my material. If you feel these pranayams are helpful, these videos are helpful, I'm sharing it in the YouTube also, one or two, not all. So do share it with at least 5 of your friends, so that they also learn this along with their studies, and they also are getting the benefit of these conceptual gist booster videos. Do share it with your friends, and any doubts if you have, link is there below. You can connect with us through Telegram group or through our Gmail, WhatsApp, and you can ask your doubts, right? Thank you so much. कभी अच्छा लगे कोई वीडियो तो वीडियो के नीचे कमेंट भी कर दो. इट्स नॉट वी आर वेटिंग फॉर योर कमेंट्स, बट यूट्यूब में कोई एक कमेंट करते हैं तो बाकी सब जाके देखते हैं. व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में कोई एक कमेंट करते हैं तो the rest all are taking the action and want to reach more of the students this knowledge. That's what is our mission. Thank you.